Welcome to Daily Overdose.
You should push yourself beyond your limits of tolerance in your 20s to find out where it is. How much can you work? How disciplined can you become? Like, can you work 12 hours a day? Can you work 8 hours a day? Can you work 3 hours a day? Like, flat out. Where's your limit? And how much work can you do, and how much socialization? You should find out. Push yourself past and then back off to that point where it's optimally sustainable. It's good to think about that as a goal. It's like you're trying to discover what your limitations are when you're in your 20s so that you can hit that edge, so that you can sustain yourself across the decades. You don't want to have too much fun, right? Too much fun takes you out. It's not fun being the 40-year-old at the singles bar, precisely. So you want to make sure that what you're doing is age appropriate, and you want to push yourself in every direction that you can, but you should be doing that with an aim in mind. It's like you're trying to make yourself into a better and more competent person. And so some discipline along with the fun is a good idea.
People need to know you for one major thing first. He works. He produces. The guy's there every day. The guy's pushing and shoving. Because the truth is, no matter how good your ideas are, how good your art is, or how good your skill set is, if you're not working, man, if you're not vibrating at a frequency that people say, my God, how does that guy do all that? 10x levels, massive action, tremendous work ethic that's just a muscle now, and it's just a discipline in your life, and it's a normal way. You're not going to get in that top 10%.
When you're obsessed, people think you're nuts. High performers are obsessed about the topic in which they're trying to learn, master, grow into. And if no one thinks you're crazy, you're not yet operating to the outer limits of your potential. You're not there yet. Because somebody in your life should say, you really care about this in a crazy way. And when you get there, you know you found your thing. It becomes necessary for us to excel in this. It's not a hope anymore. It's not a preference. It's a must. It becomes so necessary that it connects with our identity, that we feel it is necessary for me to deliver with excellence here because that is who I am. This topic, this thing I'm doing, I care about this. I want to master this. And when we hit that, game changer.
Everybody wants to be a champion, but nobody's willing to put in the work that it takes to be a champion. Everybody wants to hold up the trophy and say, man, I did it, but nobody's willing to put in the work that it takes to do it. I love the process. I love the thought of working for what I want. And I firmly believe you're never supposed to wish for it more than you're willing to work for it.
I started going to work earlier. I started being the last one to leave there. I started working harder than anybody else. The other guys could not. Why would you work so hard, Les? I've been cheating myself and my family. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, do it with everything that you have. Develop the habit of giving more than what you're paid for. Develop the habit of setting standards that others will be measured by. Do not go where the path may lead, but go where there's no path and leave a trail.
When you say to someone, you're okay because of your position, that's not good enough, because you have to say, well, wait a second, you need a trajectory. And maybe you're okay if you're okay in your position and your trajectory. But you know, the self-esteem movements and all of that will accept yourself the way you are. It's like, no, because you need a trajectory. And one of the things that I think, one of the reasons that audiences are responding to what I've been saying in my lectures and what I've been writing about is that I don't tell people that they're okay the way they are. No, I say, no, you could be way more than you are. And they're relieved about that, you see, because if you're in a dark and terrible place and someone says you're okay the way you are, then you don't know what to do about that. It's like, no, I'm not. I'm having a terrible time and I'm hopeless. You're okay the way you are. Well, then what? That's it? That's where I am? And what do you want to tell a young person? You're 17. You're okay the way you are. It's like, no, you're not. You got 60 years to be better, and you could be way better. You could be incomparably better across multiple dimensions. And in pursuing that better, that's where you'll find the meaning in your life. And that will give you the antidote to the suffering.
Personal development is truly the key to the good life. You see, what you become is far more important than what you get. The most important question to ask on the job is not, what am I getting? The most important question is, what am I becoming? However, it is also true that what you become directly influences what you get. Most of what we have attracted by the person we have become. So here's the great challenge of life. You can have more than you've got because you can become more than you are. That is the great focus of attention for life change. Now, on the other side of the coin, it reads, unless you change how you are, you'll always have what you've got. I've discovered that income does not usually exceed personal development. Sometimes income takes a lucky jump, but unless you keep growing out where it is, it will usually come back where you are. If someone hands you $1 million, best you become a millionaire quickly, so you can keep the money. Life has strange ways. A very rich man once said, if you took all the money in the world and divided it equally among everybody, it would soon all be back in the same pockets. I guess it is hard to keep what you haven't attracted by your own personal development. Personal development, how important. Remember, the major key to your better future is you.
Those are some of the things that I suggest that you begin to answer yourself. Now, here are some things that I suggest that you begin to look at working on to develop your character. Some things that will give you some personal strength. Webster says character building activities. He says character, the pattern of behavior or personality found in an individual or group. Moral strength, self-discipline, fortitude. That's what's going to be required in order to begin to manifest your greatness. Now, looking at yourself, one of the things I'm suggesting you look at, what is it that you need to be in the process of doing more of or less of? Like being more direct. So I used to have a problem of not telling people what I actually thought because I didn't want to hurt anybody's feelings. Saying no without feeling guilty. More focused. So I used to be the jack of all trades and master of none. Used to do a lot of things. One year I decided to do one thing well. I looked at all of my talents and I decided the strongest one, my ability as a speaker, that's the one I'm going to focus on. But I'm capable of doing a lot of other things. But only when I decided to focus that I begin to reap the rewards of my talent. And then after you do that, you can begin to expand and use the other talents that you have. Deciding to keep your word. If you just decide, I'm going to keep my word. If I say something, I'm going to do it regardless. Being more considerate. More trusting. More disciplined. Being less fearful. Being more adventurous. Find something that you can look at your life that you say, hey, I know I've got a problem in this area, being late. I need to take care of that. Procrastinating, I need to deal with that. Not taking care of business, being seriously not serious. Creating an imbalance in my life where I'm spending more time looking at television or having social fun and not spending enough time working on me. See, most people, ladies and gentlemen, spend more time working on their jobs than they spend working on themselves. They work harder on their jobs than they work on themselves. And whatever we achieve in life, whatever we create, whatever we're able to manifest comes out of the human mind. Now I want you to think about 5 things that if you had the courage to do them, it will give you a feeling of satisfaction and self-respect. Think of 5 things that if you had the courage to do those things, you would feel a tremendous feeling of satisfaction within and self-respect. Take the time to write those things down, whatever they might be to you. It might be in your personal life. It might be in your friendships, your family relationships. It might be in your business. Look at 5 things that if you had the courage to do those things, that you would do those things. A lot of people say, well, I've been like this all my life. I just can't change. This is the way I am. Dr. Harold Griswold, a psychologist and author of Direct Decision Therapy, said something. He says, when someone says, I can't change, some part of them wants to change, but the payoffs for his present behavior are greater than the payoffs for a changed behavior, or his fear of change is too great. Ladies and gentlemen, it takes courage to live your dreams. It takes courage to manifest your greatness. It takes courage to decide to live, to decide to bring out all of your talents and abilities, to decide to stretch out, to decide to take a chance. It takes courage to be happy, just to be you.
Hey,
Listen to me. Listen to me. You have no idea the feeling that I have going through my body right now, man. This is a dream come true. Hey, this is a dream come true, man. Thank you for being loyal. Thank you for growing with me. Thank you for enjoying me. My name is Kevin Hart. I love y'all.
Sun don't stop for nobody, man. Sun don't stop. Sun gonna be up in the morning regardless. That sun is gonna be up in the morning regardless of how I feel and how depressed I am. The sun is gonna shine in the morning, and at nighttime the moon gonna be there. And you gonna look up, these days gonna keep going by. So do you let the days go by and look up and you done wasted a year doing what? Hard work brings great rewards. This is a reminder of the hard work and dedication that I've put into everything that I've done. I'm not content because I know where I came from and I don't ever want to go back. It was a mental thing. So I had to tap out of that and tap into the real me and put the character to the side. I'm a late bloomer in understanding what hard work brings. It's something that my mom beat down my throat, and because of the way she did it, I didn't want to comprehend it.
That's what this is right now. All right, look, man, wake up. Wake y'all asses up. And not only wake up, but wake up with the mindset of being better than you were last week.
What's hard is going, yo, yesterday I got nothing from working as hard as I could. Nothing happened from that. I'm going to do the same thing again today, but I'm going to try to go harder. That's the hardest thing in the world. To get up every day and give 100% and be in the same position that you were each day, but mentally know that you're trying and trying and trying. There's so much that some people just don't understand they can do. How good was your book? What was the ending to your book? If the ending to my book can be so amazing because of all that was done, not the money, all that was accomplished. Let me be a spark to show how many different things. You don't have to do just one thing. When it's all said and done, my book is going to be full of all the shit that Kevin Hart did. Because I never was content with doing just 1, 2, or 3. All right, you got one life. And that one life, the goal for us is to live it to the best of our ability from the beginning to what's said the end. Why not? I'm not here to change what you're doing or tell you that you're doing it wrong. I'm just simply giving information. You can use it or not. Keep your circle tight. Make sure that's a bubble that can't be popped. Look at the blueprint. Look at what other people have done. Look what worked versus what hasn't worked. Educate yourself too. If you choose to, dope. If you don't, even more dope. Your life is going to be your life no matter what. If all of our lives are going to be the same, this world would be stupid. You got to make the dumb mistakes. You can't avoid the dumb mistakes. You can't avoid the life lesson. The whole life lesson, you can't run from that. I welcome it. Smack me, let me hit my dumb ass so I know not to do it again. You need to know that this shit is stupid. You know right from wrong. You gotta think with success comes what? Everything's given to you, everything's granted. What you need? No, don't get up. That house right there, is that what you're trying to, we'll build it and we'll put it underneath your house and you don't have to ever look at it. How do you maneuver? What am I supposed to do with my car? Am I supposed to park my own car? How am I supposed to do that? Clothes, I can't go to the mall. What, they've been bringing my clothes for the last 12 years. Be around people, you become that guy. You start to lose sight of realities at different levels. Mine was a very low level, but I saw it. But I needed to see it for me to go, ooh, Kevin, people are ignorant to that side of addiction. That's an addiction. That's a real life thing. But people don't understand that. There is no sense of false to me now.
What you see is what you get. This is 100% me all the time. It's not an act. I have no reason not to be this guy. My take on life is completely different. All right, if I look at the odds and I look at what it's supposed to be, I'm not supposed to be in this chair. I'm not supposed to have the level of thinking that I have at this point in time in my career with this success. I'm supposed to be comfortable. Statistics show I'm supposed to be a train wreck right now. You hear people say 5 minutes of fame and 6 minutes of fame, and it's much more bigger than that. It's false. Hollywood is false. It's not real. It's make-believe. That's not real. The day that you believe it and think it's real is the day you lose. It's not real. That's why I work as hard as I do. I'm going to get it all right now. Jerry Seinfeld said it best. Jerry Seinfeld said, I don't want to do this anymore because I know right now I'm at the top of it. I'm here, and I want this to end on such a high note that people always have good things to say about it. He didn't walk away from the business. He was smart enough to say, I'm not going to allow Hollywood to pull this from under me and tarnish what I control. I know where I sit today. I'm able to make decisions from a perspective that I now know I have that's great for me. I know I'm happy. I know that my priorities are straight. I know what I want out of life in the long run. I know what matters to me most. I have all my ducks in a row. Nothing from the outside is going to affect my way of thinking. I'm doing things to provide entertainment. At some point in time, if you feel that entertainment isn't right for you, then I guess that means that my time doing that entertainment is done. There's other things that I can do. My time is spent wisely. If I'm not working, I'm with my family. It's over for me. I'm not running the streets. I'm not out there anymore. It's over. I'm happy. I'm good. I've seen it all. I'm good. I don't want no problems from nobody. I sit my ass down. If you're gonna do it to try and be the best. Not be better than other people, be the best for you. When I pick it up and say I'm gonna start it, I gotta finish it. It all don't work. It all ain't the best. It all ain't knocked out the park. But I walk away saying I finished it. I did it. I did it.